Good morning, guys. How are you doing? How are you holding up? Our story this week comes from this book. When the banks closed, we opened our hearts, and it is called "Children Had No Fear of Hobo Jungles." Yeah, try that nowadays. The lady that wrote the story was Betty Berney from Phillipsburg, Kansas, and she writes in here about how a lot of your hobos would ride the rails. There's the first page of the chapter. And children really didn't have a fear of them because it was so common to see men who'd lost everything riding on these cart rails. But she talks in here about how her husband, as a young child, was very curious, so he would go down to the yards and listen to the hobos talk about where they've been, their families, what they've seen. And she also talks about how her mom used to make sandwiches for him when they'd walk up to her back door, her kitchen door. Would just start cranking out sandwiches for him. I just find it very fascinating because I don't even like when people approach my car now. Never mind my front door. It was such an innocent time to live in. I sometimes wish I could have gone back and lived during this time. You know, you could trust your neighbor. Well, anyway, children had no fear of hobo jungles. Is titled this little part. Oh, one more thing they told about in here. She talked about how the men would take scraps from cigarettes on the ground, and they would make their own cigarettes. Yeah. How hardcore is that? Alright, I will see you guys later.